32 years at the time, and he was a good Christian person. We went to church every Sunday, and he'd make sure we didn't miss. I would have never, ever dreamed that he was ever able to do what he did.
He appeared to be an amazing father. We were married for 10 years when everything came to light. He seemed to be a good dad. He loved the kids. He made sure they had everything that they needed. He wanted to be at all of their school functions. He wanted them to be involved in all the things he didn't get to be involved in as a child.
We did have struggled through pornography a lot. We went even seen a counselor, and when the second time when I had called him, I told him it was over. He did tell me he was sexually abused as a child. I went ahead and we got some more help. The doctor did tell them that he was probably going to end up doing something if he didn't get help. My husband didn't like that idea, so he quit seeing him. I would not have believed him. We even talked about different people that had done stuff like that, and I would never thought it at all if I didn't find the proof and had to confront him on that. I would have never believed him. I would think he would not be capable of doing this.
I also would not have thought he was capable. We would talk about things that came up on the news, and it was like, how does this happen? And it was a full conversation, and he would go along with the conversation, how bad these people were, and that they needed help, and I never would have guessed. But, people hide things, and they tell you what makes you believe them. I didn't think it was possible within my own home, because you trust the person that you're with and you see what they let you see. I just never would have thought that it could have happened. Our circle was small. We didn't let our kids go stay the night at a lot of places. And you assume your husband, the father of your children, is a safe person. You don't automatically assume that they are the predator that you're trying to keep your kids safe from by not letting them go and stay at other places.
What I would like people to understand how abusers present themselves is that you really don't know. They look like everyday people. They're Christian people, they're good people, they're part of the community, they're successful people. It's like you can't judge a book by its cover. You just will not know, but do look for different things. If you think things are out of place by any means, if you don't think things seem right, if you see a guy being too close to a girl, you get gut feelings. And when you get one of those gut feelings, you need to listen to it. Talk to the child if you feel any uneasiness at all and don't think things are right. In my situation, the child had been asked about 5 different times by 3 different people, me including, and that she always said no. You don't realize some of these kids has been going through so much their whole life, they're too scared to tell the truth.
I just wish that people would not let their personal relationships get in the way of thinking that it's not possible, because there's no black and white on who is capable of doing this. They are very good at manipulating. Sometimes they're good with words, and sometimes they just blend in. You just never know. You never know who's capable of sexually abusing a child. And I believe that when we talk to our kids about safety, if we've never experienced sexual abuse, that's not something that we think to talk to our kids about before it's happened. We think about car seat safety. Are you buckled? We think about if there were a fire, what would we do? But we don't think about the things that we haven't experienced. That isn't a part of what would be a typical everyday concern.
We try to teach our kids about safety, about sexual, about if anybody ever touched you. The one thing that I've always told my kids, Has your father touched you wrong? Has I touched you wrong? Has any of your aunts or uncles touched you wrong? I try to make it more personal, even though I never believed that would happen. I wanted to make sure if even they felt uncomfortable with me, we need to know. But when you say for everybody, you mention father, mother, brother, uncle, any of that, it helps them to be able to maybe tell the truth and let you know if you're considering everybody and not just outside people.
I feel like with prevention, it's an important thing that even though we think it couldn't happen to us, that these are conversations that we do have with our kids. It's not something that I remember ever thinking I needed to talk to my kids about. You know, you see it on the news and you think that's terrible, but you never think it's something you got to be concerned with your own kids. And so I say just, having those conversations with your kids and asking, even the people that you think are safe people, if they're comfortable with them, if they've ever felt like someone was inappropriate with them, reading the books with them that talk about these kinds of things, just so they are aware that these things happen and we can't do anything to help if we don't know. Sexual abuse is real and it's everywhere. It is everywhere. It's in the churches, it's in the schools, it's in the community. And just so they know that they are free to talk to you and that you will do what you need to keep them safe.